Oh shit, we have to do the Beastmaker's world next. Oh no. Hang on, I tapped out. I can't believe we're gonna have to actually do treetops right now. This is gonna take a while. Potentially. I mean, depends on how much I remember. Ooh, a bit choppy. Oh well. Can accept it for now. That's a lot of, Is there motion blur on? Yes, why is motion blur on? Ah. I'm also gonna turn VSync on. Save. Okay. Man, I hope motion blur wasn't on in the last streams. That would actually quite suck. But oh well. I do remember this world. Mostly. Give or take, you know. Just checking for any gems I might have missed. Looks like we didn't really miss anything. Bruno.
Nasty Nork is turning our swamp into an electrified junk heap. And it used to be so beautiful.
I'm sure it was.
Man, I am not looking forward to these levels. I remember really struggling on a world that wasn't treetops. I can't remember which world it was. I think it was the one that had those really creepy tree things. Just where the flying level is? Yeah. Sad. Because I am not interested in playing the flying levels right now. I remember that. I'll remind you when you see it. But I remember that right there. Pretty sure that caught me off guard every other time. I can't believe I can just so casually ignore these dragons. Just without thinking.
Spyro, it's great to see you, but I gotta go.
Oh, see ya, I guess. I mean, only talked for like a few seconds, or, you know, 2. I'm not sure what he's in a hurry to do. He's been encased in stone for the past, like, 2 months. I don't know, maybe he left the oven on or something and had to go and check. No, is my house burnt down? You know, they actually very recently revealed new footage of a, this is completely unrelated to Spyro, by the way, but they revealed new footage of a new Granblue Fantasy game. I mean, it's not really new, they announced it in 2016, but it's been, like, procedurally getting delayed. And now they're like, hey, it's coming out in 2022 now. And it actually looks, like, really good. I'm honestly quite surprised on how good it actually looks, considering it appears as though it's going through development hell. I mean, it could easily not be going through development hell, and they're just taking a really long time making it. Like, you know, it could be one of the two. You know, slow starter, or a struggling starter. I don't think there are many games nowadays that are actually going through proper development hell anymore. The last real big one was obviously Duke Nukem Forever.
I feel so sorry for all the Maybe once you rescue...
Don't worry, I'll rescue 50 dragons. Dude, this is a steep pyramid. You see this? I'm seeing some more gems I missed. I think I said it in a previous stream of this as well, but I honestly would have really loved if they kept the procedural culling that the PS1 version, or the PS1 versions of the games had. Where the further away something is, the more, or the less detailed it gets. But, like, noticeably so, to kind of match the way it worked in Spyro on the PS1. Honestly, would have been really interested to see how they would pull that off. I'd imagine it would have looked pretty jarring. Which is probably why they didn't do it. They probably didn't do it because it wouldn't have looked good anyway. You're basically just replicating an imperfection at that point. Which they're not really shooting for anymore when it comes to, like, PlayStation exclusive games. Sony doesn't really like it when their games purposefully shoot for imperfection. Unless they're, like, games they don't care about, like anime fighting games or some shit. Terrace Village. Like, you know, if it's a staple, like Spyro or Crash, they're like, hey, this has to look as good as possible. Don't try and make it replicate any of the shit parts. And they're like, oh, okay, we'll just make it look gorgeous across the board. Which is fine. Understandable. That's how gaming works nowadays. Now that was some poppin'. I also remember this level. No skydiving. Aurora Borealis? At this time of night? I don't think I had to struggle with this level. Maybe. They have guns? I thought those were just, like, things they used to charge towards you. You know what game I should maybe play more of on stream at some point? Slime Rancher. I think I played like 4 streams of it last year, localized entirely within your swamp. But I played like 4 streams of it last year, and it was honestly really fun. It was also one of those games that's really hard to not stream for like 20 hours. I think the first stream I did of it lasted something akin to 5 hours. Kind of similar to my Minecraft streams, which also lasted an exceedingly long time. I don't remember what's the longest stream I've ever done on my channel. I'm pretty sure it used to be held by a Minecraft stream that we did like 3 years ago in the HDVR Minecraft server. Lasted about 9.5 hours. Or maybe 8.5 hours, something along those lines.
Watch out, Spyro. The Norks in these parts have discovered the power of electricity, and it really stinks.
It discovered electricity. You think they passed this tech along to the other groups? Create a Spyro technical revolution. Oh my god, could you imagine that? Jesus. Ow. These are destroyed by fireworks. I remember that. But I think the actual longest stream I've ever done has, at this point, been a Risk of Rain 2 stream. It was one of the first ones we did with Speedy and Bippin, and it lasted like 10 hours. And I had to split the stream into, like 10 hours, and I had to split the stream into 2 parts. Because I was like, dude, I can't I can't upload like a 10-hour stream. I mean, there's no reason I couldn't. But I wanted to split it apart, just to kind of at least make it look a little bit less intimidating to watch if people were actually going to watch it. I don't know, maybe the excessiveness of it would have made it more interesting.
Good job, Spyro. One day you'll be able to tell all the dragons about your amazing adventures.
Sure, but what I'd really like to do is get out of this swamp.
I shall get out of this swamp as soon as possible, hopefully. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like the novelty of a 10-hour long stream would have been more interesting than splitting it into 2 5-hour long streams. I think it probably would have been. If you really wanted to try and like min-max the YouTube game, which no one wants to do. Boring as hell. You know, since there's a, I'm assuming that a new Spyro game is in the works, right? Like, there has to be. They have to be making, like, a completely new Spyro game from the ground up. Pretty much exactly the same as Crash 4 is doing, or Crash 4 did. But they're like, hey, here's a new here's a new Spyro game. It's called, like, Spyro 4. If Crash got one, Spyro has to get one. It's kind of what I feel like, yeah. Excuse me. Am I actual own footprints? No, they're just random footprints. No, they are my footprints, okay. Oh. Isn't there already a canonically titled Spyro 4? I'm pretty sure there is. As in, not even, I know that Wrath of Cortex for Crash Bandicoot was titled Crash Bandicoot 4 in Japan. But I'm pretty sure there has been like a official Spyro 4 game not made by Insomniac, though. I could be wrong. Turn home, no thanks. I mean, if they get confused and they're like, hey, this is from the first PS2 game, there's none that has been, as far as you're aware of. If they really wanted to, they could probably just, like, if they were confused about it and they're like, we don't know if there's like a Spyro 4, or like, maybe there is and it's a bit ambiguous, or, you know, something like that. I would imagine they would just make it a subtitle then, instead of being like, hey, Spyro 4. They'd be like, Spyro, Dragon's Adventure, or Spyro, Returning Home. You know? They would just do something like that instead. How do we get on top of... It's, yeah, we glide down from up there. Can't wait to see what they do with Spyro, though. I'm really hoping they actually do something with him. And I'm betting that they are. It seems just kind of logical. Crash gets one, no reason that Spyro shouldn't. Oh, I didn't hit that. On Pogger. Ooh. I can see through the geometry of the level. There you go. Lazy developers. Sigh. Having to create 3 whole games from the ground up again, completely remade in exactly the same way, and then... Sigh. I don't, like, hug the wall this time. There we go. Easy enough. Is there anything over there? Doesn't look like it, but there is a platform back up, so we might be able to check if we don't actually get 100%. I think we're gonna get 100% right here, though. Yeet. Did I see, yeah, there's another one. So where's this, this firework? Honestly, it might actually be over there. The area we should have checked. There's no easy way back up, is there? I have to go the whole route? I'm pretty sure I do. I could also call on Sparks if I really need help finding a gem. Honestly, I think he's just gonna point me towards the chest, though. Get me in here. No? Nothing here? Really? Weird. You really would have expected something to be there. Did I miss a, Did I miss one? Oh, it's right here. Literally just sitting in the ground. Oh no. Okay, over this way. We probably missed some gems over here. Did we really now? Oh, right. Now there's ones over right here. There's an entire section here we missed. Man, am I glad for the Sparks thing. It's so useful. Really? I'm guessing that's now at the other side of the level and not here. Yeah. From now on, can we have every single Crash game just have Sparks by default be able to do this? Cuts the tedium by half. Or more even. There was one. There's the second. Cool. I think we got tree tops next, unfortunately. One relatively easy level. No, we got Misty Bog next. Well, I am fine with doing any level that isn't treetops. I don't think treetops is even that bad. It's like the baddest level in the game, aside from maybe the flying levels. In terms of like, not in terms of like they're actually badly designed or like they're, you know, they're just kind of long and annoying in a sense. Why does he swoop so far up? You don't need to do that. Oh yeah, okay, so it's this level I remember having trouble with. I remember it not only because it has this music, which is the credits theme, but because of that, the abandoned building over there you have to go to. I think I definitely, if you ask me which I prefer out of the remastered soundtrack versus the original soundtrack, I don't think it's very controversial to say that I would like the, or that I like the what's it called more? Original. But I mean, I'm not playing it, so I still enjoy this version. I also just like hearing the differences between them. Now, if you asked me the same question about the Crash Bandicoot Remastered soundtrack, honestly, I feel like I'm kind of tied on those.
Be on the lookout for attack frogs. They are cold-blooded killers. Attack frogs? And this used to be such a nice swamp.
That was mine. Oh, it's King. And the game will be frozen for you. Okay. Okay, I'm good enough. We're back. This level's a little bit difficult because there's so many areas you can't reach again once you go away from them. You kind of have to kill yourself to get back. I think that was the main problem. It's like also this thing here. I think in my original like non-remastered playthrough of this on stream, I kind of glided over this water with full HP to actually reach that one. I think there's like a genuine way you're supposed to do that. That doesn't involve nearly killing yourself. But you know, killing myself is fun. I mean, why else would I do it? No! Well, speak of the devil. I'm not sure I'm the biggest fan of the Nork designs in this. I don't know why. I also never understood how to defeat that pile of enemies right there without getting hit. I'm sure some speedrunner can do it just fine. Ugh. Can't believe I managed to circle around him. Yeah, this area is like his ass. I remember this area. This area a big poopy. Yeah, like, what are you supposed to do against these enemies? Oh, come on. I guess that's what you're supposed to do? Okay, I guess you jump. Freaking avoiding a command grab here, dude. At least we got a save point. Damon.
Thanks for releasing me. It seems like I've been trapped in here since I was your age.
Oh, no.
Why, I remember,
Gotta go.
Wow, Spyro's so rude. It's like, I've been trapped in here for 40 years. Oh no! Then he's like immediately like, I don't want to hear anymore. Oh, I'm not supposed to go down there. Man, am I glad they didn't choose to remix Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. Although, actually, that might be pretty interesting, them remaking Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. I think that could genuinely be, like, kind of funny. Because there's a very good chance the remastered version will be in a considerably better state, performance and, like, stability-wise. Like, by quite a significant margin. And that's kind of funny to think about. Usually the remasters are kind of buggier. But you can't really make Spyro Enter the Dragonfly much buggier than it already is.
Thank you for releasing me.
Wow. He looks so weird, dude. Looks like a... Oh god. My man just pile drove straight through all the enemies. Yeah, that dude looked really weird. He was like some rat thing. Enter the Dragonfly was rushed out to meet the Christmas market at the time when I think was given 6 months. Ugh. Fucking hell. Developer crunch and like deadlining is fucking horrible. Ugh. I can't believe I didn't die. I'm pretty sure every single Crash Bandicoot and every Spyro game was only given 12 months. Which, in modern times, it seems fucking ridiculous. Like, modern times seems absolutely insane to develop a game in that time. And honestly, it still was pretty not good, to be fair. Back in, like, the late 1990s. That still wasn't a lot of time.
I'll tell you what to do with those creatures. Smash them, Spyro. Stamp them out and squish them and squash them.
How about charge them and flame them? We are dragons after all.
Bing! But yeah, 12 months, even back then, wasn't a lot of time. And the fact that they managed to create Spyro 1, Spyro 2, Spyro 3, Crash 1, Crash 1, or Crash 1, Crash 2, Crash 3, all in the span of, like, 3 years is fucking insane. Oh, I also know they're not the same developer, by the way. I was just saying it because they both kind of went through the same developmental periods. Damn it. Accidentally swerved. These dudes are stabbing me, by the way. These dudes are shanking me. Are they British? Are they Glaswegian? Shiggy. They should be British. I mean, I guess they are. They're Norks. So. Both fictional creatures. Like we always say, Scotland is a fictional country. So is Britain. Britain, apparently. You know, I was about to say, I don't know if I'm actually glad that they removed those spinny turbine things, because they're kind of fun. Apparently I missed a gem over here. Oh, I didn't actually kill him. Really? As the soldier says, Scotland is not a real country, you're an Englishman in a dress. The English in the dress are nice and cool. It's a shame by wearing a dress. I love that meme of the, where the dude being like, ooh, nuzzles, what a femboy in a skirt. And then, like, it cuts to the Chad, like, Scotsman. What are you doing, my house? It's such a fucking good meme. Why didn't Shrek wear a kilt? Would have improved his character tenfold. You know what doesn't improve his character tenfold? Playing treetops. Oh my god, they know. They changed the angle. They made it more menacing. They know. Honestly, they probably changed the angle just to load it better. I'm already nearly dead. Unpoggers. Did they give Spyro's Flame more range? I feel like it has so much more range than it did in the original Spyro games. It looks like it does, and it feels like it does. Oh god, what route do we go? Where do we go? I guess we go down here. I think maybe his frame can't, no, his frame. I think his flame maybe just has a lot more active frames now. I'm not sure, but it really feels like it's so much bigger.
Spyro, if you jump at the end of a supercharge ramp, you can really go far.
I'm all over it.
Here we go. So the hardest part of Treetops is the part where you have to get to the far off island you can't actually reach without doing some insane, like really odd Treetops jump across the super jump pads. Something that just isn't really intuitive. You know? You know, going backwards across some of them, looping around, and shit like that. Yeah, you have to do this. Yeah, I recognize it now. I remember now. So we can't actually reach that until we do the full loop. How do we do the full loop? Honestly, don't know why you're asking me. Can we reach this? I think I've tried this before. Yeah, we can. So I think you go up here, you then jump over, you go all the way, you jump around, you go over there. Yeah, okay. Most of the things I struggled with in Spyro 3 as a kid, I had a relative ease, you have relative ease with now. Maybe free a dragon. Yeah. It's a shame the dragons in this game usually they usually don't tell you very much though. I know that that's how you do this one. That one's like relatively easy. It's the really long big one that's kind of difficult. But I guarantee the dragon, I think I do actually remember the dragon's text already. Where he's just like, connect all the supercharged jumps, Spyro, see what happens. And Spyro's like, cool, got it. Oh, cool. Doesn't really tell you what to do, it just kind of like gives you a hint where like, hey, go and throw yourself off a cliff 100 times. Oh! Granted, I am a fan of throwing myself off a cliff 100 times. Up all the cheeks, Spyro, and you will contact AIDS. That's the new Spyro game. Spyro defeating a bunch of viruses. Dr. Spyro. Now I'm just gonna ask myself. Spyro the ass clapper. I could have just gone there from here. God damn it. I think we also got to use a boost pad to reach that as well. Also got to use one. Oh, right. I think I remember. I'm slowly remembering. Maybe? I feel like what you're supposed to do is... This is a confusing level. I think maybe you're supposed to do this. Not that. You know what? Let's just go back to the start and have another look. We'll go down the opposite path this time. Maybe my memory will jog when we get to that point. Yeah, it really does feel like Spyro's Flame is just so much better. I don't know why. Seems like the type of superficial thing they wouldn't really want to change. Ow. Dude, I hit the mushroom? I didn't even see the mushroom. What a powerful mushroom. Yeah, this is the one who's gonna tell us to connect all the ones.
Greetings, Spyro. For an amazing tour of the treetops, don't just stop at one supercharge.
What could he mean? Don't just stop at one supercharge. Maybe he means none. So, can we make it to this one over here? No, that's the hard one, I'm pretty sure. That's the one you need to do like a lot of shit for. Need to do the full 360. Oh, I didn't even notice the other banana boys. Also, these look like baby Chewbacca's. Speaking of Star Wars, I actually caught up recently, or I got fully caught up on The Mandalorian. I'm now at Season 2, Episode 7. Because the 8th episode hasn't released yet, by the time I'm recording or streaming this. Honestly, like, insanely good show, by the way. Oh, I missed it. Mandalorian is like, by far just the best Star Wars media that's come out in a really long time. And I'm a little bit worried that maybe the you know, there's only one episode left for at least season 2, and there's always a chance that they could fuck it up really late in, and I hope they don't. I hope they don't fuck up the show. I remembered it. I actually remembered it. So you do that, you go up this route, and then you go over that one. And then you go to the area to the left. At least I'm pretty confident that's what you do. I wasn't actually aiming to do that either. I was gonna stop, but then I changed last second. I could just... How many lives do I have? 15? Okay. I'll just die. Sigh. Oops. Well, now we have to actually properly go towards the boost pad again. We accidentally stepped on a another one. Honestly, maybe Treetops isn't as bad as I remember it being. Probably because I've played it like 7 times at this point in my life, and at this point, I really should know what I'm doing on this level. Didn't intend for that. Fuck. Damn it. Ah. So we do gotta stop. We can't, like, charge too much. There we go. Done. Only one more thing left, which is that big one, that big leap. At least I think that's the only thing left. It might not be. There we go. Yeah, maybe this isn't as bad as I thought it was. Yeah, this level's actually kind of easy.
That was quite a ride, Spyro. You learned a lot since you were a young glider.
Yeah, well, you could have found an easier spot to get stuck.
The shrug. It felt bad in the original. I honestly think it probably could have been worse in the original. Honestly, they maybe made it easier in this version. Maybe the hit, like, because from the hitboxes or the spacing between the boost pads. I don't know. They could have edited quite a lot, and I also think I remember saying a similar thing when I played this a year or 2 years ago, the remastered version, where I was like, this was a lot easier than I thought it was. Next we have Metalhead? Is that really what's next? I guess it is. Confronting Metalhead. But do he have a head of metal, though? I'll be disappointed if he doesn't. Dude, those are some pointless metal bars. You know what's a little bit odd to me? To me, Spyro 2 feels really, like, hard to 100% for some reason. I know I've done it on stream, like, 4 or 5 years ago. 5 probably at this point. Wait, did I? No, I did, didn't I? Yeah. I had to. But yeah, in my head, Spyro 2 always kind of feels really difficult to 100% to me. For no real particular reason either. I just remember the process of collecting all the things being quite daunting. Maybe it's nostalgia speaking, where that's like my first memory of trying to 100% the game and just it being like really difficult. Because something about it feels like super super long and super difficult. In the same way that 100%ing an open world game is daunting, you know what I mean? Like if I tried to 100% an Assassin's Creed game, kind of gives me off the like a similar vibe. Even though it's just, you know, same game, or not same game. It's just a normal collectathon. I don't think we can get those until we kill Metalhead, because then we go at the top of his area. Sadiki.
Metalhead is all charged up to meet you. Attacking the power pole should disrupt his power supply.
Should disrupt his power supply. Ow. Ah. Now the question is, did they make Metalhead harder? Doesn't feel like it. I remember Metalhead being like piss easy. Still kind of is. But at least he does have a Metalhead. That I like. Okay, I can't roast them. Ugh! Nice. That was a very not excellent death animation. It was very stiff. Honestly, I don't mind these boss levels as much as a lot of people do. Because they're just a normal level, but they have some gimmick in them. Which isn't the worst. Granted, they definitely aren't bosses. Like that's pretty self-explanatory. These are not good bosses. But it's like a level with a gimmick in it, it's fine enough. I think Insomniac just didn't really know what to do with bosses in a collectathon. And then they came up with Spyro 3 and then created some incredible bosses for that. I actually remember that jump being nearly impossible on the original. Jump between those the two things on the inside of there, the two platforms. I remember spending like a solid 2 minutes on that jump, honestly. Okay, so next we have to go and find the key, and I think I know what the key is. It's somewhere around here for Metalhead's stuff. Don't we have to go down here? Yeah. I'm pretty sure we have to go down here at some point. Yeah, I'm not remembering what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, well I guess we'll go back to the end of the level and have another look. There's probably something I missed. I'm also wondering where I missed the key. Yeah, I do know there's some gems over there. That does help me spark a little bit. Sparks. So we need to get up there. But how does one get up there? What is that? No. Okay. I thought there might have been like a door in here. Oh, hang on. Ah. Understandable. Ow. I'm glad I remembered I actually had to just do something here, though. Down below. Honestly, if they are making a new Spyro game, I wonder who's going to be making it. Because Toys for Bob worked on this. Toys for Bob made this remake. But Toys for Bob also made the Crash Bandicoot 4. So, is Vicarious Visions making the Spyro game? Like, are they swapping between each other? Where they're like, okay, we'll do the original Spyro game. You do the original Crash game, even though we did the original Spyro Remastered. Seems like a really weird situation, or like a weird work. What would it be? Weird dispersing of franchises. Why wouldn't they give the new Spyro game to the people who made the Spyro remake? They would be the most familiar with the game's mechanics. But then at the same time, why did they give Crash 4 to the people who made the Spyro remake? Honestly, I think it's even more confusing considering Crash 4 is literally incredible. They knocked Crash 4 out of the park. Visually, gameplay-wise, level design-wise for the most part. Again, minus trying to 100% of the game, which is a slog. But they practically nailed it. Which really confuses me, because they weren't the ones who remade Crash, oh, there it is. Yeah, it really confuses me, because they weren't the ones who remade Crash Remastered. Or made Crash Remastered. Oh, wow. I'm getting all confused. So many remasters, so many new games. Yeah, I think you know what I mean. Seems weird. Odd. Alright.
Oh, I feel much better now. That's jumping the... Are you ready to go?
Strange, I know.
Where to, Spyro?
Let's go to Dreamweavers, boy. Maybe they didn't want the Vicarious Visions to do the Crash 4 game, primarily because they would end up being too familiar with the Crash formula. Because I'd imagine they're remaking the old games from scratch, just one-to-one, and then making a new game entirely might end up producing something that's too far gone in the past. You know what I mean? Too generic. Too much like it was made in 1998 or something. So giving it to some other company who is familiar with remaking 90s games anyway, kind of makes it so they can kind of do what they want a little bit more instead of having to just copy. So a near carbon copy of the originals. There's Dark Passage. I actually don't really remember these levels all that much. I think I will once I see them, but these don't really stick in my mind. I also don't know why this cannon guy will not stop shooting his teammates. Why would you want them to not be big? I literally can't kill them if they're big. I don't think that cannon shooter's getting erased anyway. Fine by me. Hello, sir. I would like you to get off this cannon. Okay. Let's go and make these dudes small. No. There we go. Zicomo. Wow, he's thin.
Spyro. Nicely done. I'll be done when I've toasted that nasty Nork.
I really like his design. The way his separation between his scales are curved. Is that dude trying to kick me? I'm a rude boy. Oh right, this is the dumb timer thing. Maza.
The fools you see in this world are invincible, but that does not mean they shouldn't be attacked.
Sounds all right to me.
Understandable. No, I don't want to go this way, actually. I think that sends me back to the start. Go on, get up. And what does this do for me? Nothing. I think there's another one on the other side. Honestly, I'm actually quite excited to potentially get into Spyro 3 at some point soon. I know, like, I'm getting way ahead of myself, considering we haven't even 100%ed Spyro 1 yet, let alone started Spyro 2. But considering I've never actually played the remastered version of Spyro 3, I'm quite interested to see how it is. I haven't seen the cutscenes, I haven't seen all the stuff they did. I haven't seen the level designs or anything. I'm curious. Oh my god, I just... So it suddenly pops into my head. Fucking Hunter's redesign. Ugh. I'm still honestly not the biggest fan of Hunter's redesign. It's kind of short-snouted.
Welcome to the Dreamweavers, young one. While chasing Nasty's minions in this world, you must expect the unexpected and prepare for what is not there.
Give me that pot of gold! Damn. Wanted to mug that old man. I think the character design, or the redesign, you're gonna have to do skateboard bits and races. Skateboard bits and races aren't the worst. I mean, what I don't want to do is boxing, to be honest. I did hear they also made boxing considerably easier. So that helps. But man, I hated boxing in Crash 3. Most annoying shit in the game. I'm honestly surprised we haven't 100%ed yet. Really? Really, Sparks? Oh. Alright, well, that works. I guess we'll go for the first level now. You think they did? You didn't struggle as much. I do recall it being vastly easier. Recall as in I heard it, because I haven't played it. Sheila's redesign is a bit weird. I don't know why she has like an explorer's jacket on. Not that I'm complaining. And also how she has hair now. Honestly, I actually really like how plain... what's it called is. Yeah, I really like how plain Sheila was in the original. She was just a kangaroo, nothing else. Nothing fancy, no like weird design with her going on. So I don't hate the new design of her where she has like a bit more going on and she's, you know, she's got hair, she's got a jacket and she like that. But I think I do still prefer the original. You're okay with Sheila.
The enemies here can be quite frightening, but you should watch the fools.
I'd rather flame the fools.
Now you're thinking.
No, I don't think Spyro's thinking. I think that's like the entire reason he wants to flame them. Because he wants combat. He wants death. Sergeant Bird, Bentley, and Agent 9 are the same though. Yeah, they're exactly the same from what I remember. They just look identical pretty much. But in that case, it kind of weirds me out on why they changed Sheila then. If they kept everyone else exactly the same, there was no reason to really change Sheila that much. I guess they were just especially boring, or I guess she was just especially boring to them, and we're like, you know what? Let's change her. There is also the chance that they were planning to change the others a lot more. But when they started changing Sheila, everyone was like, you know, we actually kind of don't want to change them as much as we're trying to right now. And so for the rest of them, they just kept them relatively simple and relatively the same, but then decided to keep Sheila. I think there's a chance of that. What? That can destroy that? I didn't realize. Huh. The main level that I remember from here, from this world, is the one with the flame power up in it.
You know, I think you just might be the dragon to defeat Nasty Nork.
You can't remember for the life of me why Bentley sounds like he's been going to the Shakespearean lessons. Yeah, the voices are the ones that change the most. Dude, I kind of fucking hate. I completely skipped over this dragon. Impressive. Azizi.
Thank you for releasing me.
The voices are, I don't know if I'm that much of a fan of. I don't like Hunter's like dude bro voice now. Hey Spyro, come on, cool. Skateboarding's gnarly, dude. I found this like board here. And I think you'd be cool with it. Sick. I don't really like his new voice. I kind of prefer the old kind of half awkward Hunter, where he's just a normal dude. Like, that's what Hunter sounded like in the original. He just sounded like a normal dude. He's more in line of how he was originally. Yeah, get flame mushrooms. Who the fuck likes mushrooms anyway? To me anyway. I still prefer old Hunter and old, most of the old voices as well. I guess I'm just like Mickle or Mr. McBias man, though. Damn, comboing these dudes like crazy. They're not even getting a chance to really do anything. You know, it's actually kind of crazy how playing fighting games has kind of changed my, or how I play a lot of games now. Not just from, like, saying terminology as a joke, like, oh my god, the frame data on that attack is so good! You know, just making actual just fighting game jokes. But it's actually kind of...
Thanks, Spyro. I'd love to help you catch Nasty, but I'd really hate to be trapped in Crystal again.
Don't worry. The only one that's gonna be trapped is him.
But for me, like, my reaction time feels considerably better than it used to be. And you know, a few other things here and there that you kind of adopt from playing fighting games in general. So it's just a bit interesting. I do think the main thing is reaction times. A lot of the things I would struggle with previously in terms of just reacting to or, you know, countering, I can do pretty damn easily now. Because having to react to like 17 frame grabs from Goku Blue or from Broly in Dragon Ball FighterZ is already fucking impossible, so...
Thank you for releasing me.
Well, I guess not already impossible. I guess a more accurate term is like grabs in Granblue Fantasy Versus, which are literally instant, by the way. So managing to actually kind of react to one coming is a pretty big deal. With you playing fighting games, I feel like you have a much easier time with boxing. That's what I was actually thinking as well. I was thinking, because if I'm playing fighting games recently, there's a good chance I'll actually have a much easier time with boxing. And you may think, why? The two are completely different. It's not even a fighting game. And I think, well, spacing and footsies are quite a big part of fighting game. And that's what you had to do in the original boxing minigame, was kind of play footsies with the other guy. You had to actually kind of stay out of his range, do your longest attack, hope he doesn't block, and just like, you know what I mean? Keep kind of sniping him as he gets closer. So I feel like that'll make it a lot easier now that I've actually had to play games where that you focus around that. Ow. I mean, they basically tried to just make a fighting game light. I'm not sure if we're gonna have time to get nasty. which is fine. I think that's more than fine because we're not going to do 100% this game today anyway. Because if I'm not sure if we're going to have time for Nasty Nork, there's a 100% chance that we're not going to have time for the flight levels. So there's no reason we can't do Nasty Nork and then do the flight levels in like the next stream. I think that makes sense. See ya! It's honestly quite an interesting conundrum having to space streams apart when it comes to these collectathons. It's like, what do you do in each stream? How do you space it out? Where, what do you leave for the next one? Because I think in this case, the final stream for Spyro 1 is going to end up being maybe an hour or less. Just because the flying levels really shouldn't take us that long. I know I'm, like, supremely primed for some comedic timing when that happens. And it takes us, like, 2 hours. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to try and snipe him. Spyro 2 and 3 are a bit easier to structure. That was my Discord, by the way. And that's because all of their stuff is pretty tight-knit with each other. The problem with Nasty Nork is that his world has just like 3 levels. Makes it kind of awkward to space. Do we go over there from here? I don't think so. No, because we unlocked all the fairies to bring us here. Fine, I'll collect them. Muda muda!
Fairies are always on your side, Spyro.
Nice to know. Now the question is, why are fairies always on our side? What are the politics behind fairies and dragons here? Like, we understand the politics between dragons and Norks. They don't really like each other. Kind of, at war with each other right now. But what are the politics between dragons and fairies? When are we going to get a Spyro game which focuses entirely on politics? An RTS game? I sound like I'm joking, but honestly that actually kind of sounds pretty interesting. Not the RTS part, but like a Spyro game focused on politics. It's so, like, not what people want, and so stupid sounding that I think it would be super interesting. I mean, I guess you could say that's kind of what The Legend of Spyro was. A Spyro game focused around politics. But it's less politics and more like fantasy conflict, Like, there's this big evil dragon and this big evil company who works with him. Go and defeat him. That's kind of how Legend of Spyro goes. So it's not really politics as much as it is just a conflict. But imagining like a Spyro game which had like actual proper politics involved and like... It sounds ridiculous and I kind of love it. Imagine them all just sitting in like a board meeting, talking strategies, plans, and shit like that, and... talking about the ramifications of some shit like maybe a dragon transitioning from power. One of them is retiring. How it's going to affect like a war or whatever. It would be fucking ridiculous. Please do it. Lucini.
Ah, Spyro, thanks. Supercharge will get you to new places here in Lofty Castle, too. See where it takes you.
2? How do you know I've been using Supercharge? I guess you assumed I had to use Supercharge to get here? I do not know where to use Supercharge. I guess... I'm gonna go back down. I said it before, but I actually still do really like the Legend of Spyro games. I might stream them at some point, but the hardest thing about that is I would probably have to emulate them. I can't actually, like... Oh, this is what you do. Alright. Yeah. I was going the opposite way. Wow! Holy shit! That dude got fucking launched! The Spyro SpaceX program, dude. I hit the one place I wasn't supposed to hit. The question is, how do I get over there now? Oh, I haven't actually got involved with this area. That's why. Come on. Get down. I didn't know you could swing. I thought he would just sit there being a blocker. What do you have to say, good sir? Baruti.
Thank you for releasing me.
Well, nice that he had something to say at least. They didn't give any of the dragons new voice lines, right? No, they maybe did. Yeah, I'm trying to think if they gave them new voice lines. Why do I need a thing to go here when I can just jump on here? I'm assuming they maybe didn't, primarily because people will be like, ah, stop it, it's not the original. My nostalgia is going haywire. These devils are really bad shots. You think, like, them being practically born with this role of shooting bow and arrows, that they would actually be good at it, but they're not. Like, rule number 1, you should aim where your opponent is going. But they're stupid. I keep forgetting that the, those birds even have, like, an attack. They always I just kill them before they do anything, because they're so slow. Didn't in the original game that these, flying knights used to have, like, diapers? It honestly looked like they had diapers on, from what I remember. Maybe it's just their armor reflecting a lot. What did I miss? We're missing 25, I think. Let me check that Discord message, by the way. It might be important. I know it was like a while ago, but... Oh, it's just a message. Because if you don't know, I'll be going onto Mr. King's stream tonight. And he is starting at 8 p.m. CST. When it's 8 p.m. CST in my time, that is 2 a.m. I can do that. Yep, 2 hours. Alright. So yeah, if I know not many people here are watching, but if you were interested, I was gonna go and co-com with Mr. King soon. Are these gems? Did I just miss a bunch of gems? No. They were orbs. Alright, Sparks, where is it? Oh, right, yeah. Makes sense. Fog. 100%. Let's go. We're almost there. They have faces? Fucking disgusting, dude. Oh my god. I'm so glad you can just snipe straight through them if you're quick enough. That's a flight level? I don't want that. Jacques? We don't really want Jacques just yet either. Jacques? We'll go and do this level over here, which I think is the one I remember the most, and then we'll do Jacques. I don't think that's how you say his name either. I don't think it's Jacques, it's... Jacques? I mean, I basically just said the same thing, but with a slight inflection. It might be that. I could be wrong. I should probably use this loading screen, or like any of the loading screens, to put on my thumbnail. That's actually something I wasn't expecting. I was having a really hard time finding thumbnails for this when I was doing the VODs. And you may think, why? It's got like such pretty cutscenes. And I'm like, yeah. But generally speaking, the cutscenes were super dark, or like they had kind of shit lighting. At least shit lighting for thumbnails. Okay, so we can't do anything against those. We just gotta ignore them. I don't know why they're so content in giving their orcs wooden stuff at this point. Give me a kiss! Yeah, yeet! 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 And yeet. Hopefully there wasn't like a chest I was supposed to hit or something. Even though I just said that as if I don't want to actually go back to the room to get the power up, I am gonna go back just in case I missed any gems right here. Kind of came in and went out immediately. Yeah, this is this is the level I remember the most from this world. Oh, that's not good. Ah! I was hoping to jump over that. was hoping to jump over that as well. I remember, because you're supposed to use the flame power-up and supercharge. Not at the same time, but to kind of traverse through the level. Maybe not supercharge? I don't know why I had this feeling that supercharge is used in this level. I know I just said I remembered this level the most out of all of them, but that just kind of tells you how little I remember this world in general. Die. Die. Okay. Oh, I don't have sparks anymore. I was wondering where the gems weren't coming towards me. I also somehow managed to completely ignore the dragon again.
Hey, Spyro. All dragons know there's magic in a fairy's kiss. See what it can do to your power of flame.
It makes it super strong, and it also makes me glow. Man, I hope if Spyro ever gets like, or if Spyro ever gets into Smash, that this is one of his alternate colors or something. I know Spyro getting into Smash is like, well, you know, Crash comes first, but if he ever did, that would be really cool. If they stop adding anime characters with swords. There it is. There's the supercharge. I'm not going crazy. Wow! My man insta-killed me. Well, I mean, I had no health, but you know what I mean. He was prepared. He was corner camping, dude. What a cheeky, dirty corner camper. Uh-oh, that's a dude. I got really turned around there. Oh. Carnage! Speaking of carnage, there's rumors going around that the Venom and Carnage movie that's coming out next year is going to be R-rated. And I know the exact same rumors came out about the Venom movie the year or before it came out, where everyone was like, it could be R-rated, and then it wasn't R-rated and everyone was disappointed. But the rumors are happening again, where the Carnage movie is supposedly going to be R-rated. I saw some vague mirrorings about that on some news articles. Could be BS. Usually is. Either that or like a completely misinterpreted statement. Like it's either complete BS that they're just making up to get clicks, or it's a statement that they're purposely interpreting as like something different to get clicks. You know, one of the two. Oh, I got that last second. So, I know there's some trick and jump you're supposed to do here. I don't remember it. I also hear another dragon. Oh, wait, you're supposed to go up top. Lutalo.
comes Spyro.
Patience, little one. You'll soon have the opportunity to battle the one who matters most. Nasty Nork.
Yeah, indeed. God, imagine if they made Nasty Nork like a villain that was across all 3 games. Not saying that as if that would have been a good thing. I'm saying that as if that would have been kind of quirky, though. Would have been mildly funny. Actually, I guess it could have been pretty interesting. I suppose Crash did that with Cortex. Oh, wrong way. Wait, so hang on. I actually need to go and check and see what I'm supposed to do in this level. Because you go up here, you circle around this, I think. You jump onto there. Then you get confused and you don't know where to go. Because our job's to get up there, and I have a feeling that it has nothing to do with the supercharge. Because then you go through here. No. No, because you go down through here again. You go to the left. Basically, you backtrack. You do a full 360. And then come out this way. And then what? Yeah. I don't remember this. I believe this is one of the things I had to look up. There is a massive chunk of gems we're missing, by the way. You know, let's just try it. Ah, no, I remember this. No, we go to the right. No, we go to the left. We go to the left, jump onto the platform to the left, and then we do something. I remember not being able to make that turn. Yeah, you like do something here, which doesn't involve doing this. There was like a single frame of Spyro just doing nothing. I do think I know what to do. I got a hunch. Trying to see if the brain matter is going to tingle or not and give me the answer. So you go over here, you go off the side, and then you go over there. Yes. Now the brain matter's going. And there it goes again. I just bumped Spyro into a wall. There it goes. All the powerful gray matter gone. Reduced to ashes. That's what you do. Capano.
You've become a master of the supercharge. Great work.
All dragons found. In this level. I said that as if we'd found all dragons in the game when that was it. Nah, we haven't. Boy, I wish. Goy? Boy, I wish. My man really needs to activate those dudes sooner. Ow. Oh wait, isn't this permanent? Ow. Maybe slightly controversially, I guess maybe not that controversial, but I did really enjoy the Venom movie. I thought it was like a 7 out of 10. And that doesn't sound like a really high appraisal, but it kind of is. I was expecting a lot worse. But I actually ended up really enjoying it. They didn't take that long to, they didn't really fall into the main curse most movies get into, or most superhero origin movies get into, where they end up making it take a fucking shit ton of time to actually get to the part you want to see. Because, you know, Eddie had Venom within like 30 minutes. Which is pretty good for a superhero origin story movie. Normally they're like, but he gets his costume like an hour into the movie. I wouldn't say it's like a bad thing, by the way, for movies to do that. Actually, I would say it could be potentially great of them to elongate the origin story sequence. Scrap metal. Well, I did just get an achievement called scrap metal. But it isn't explicitly a bad thing to elongate the origin story process. It's just that most of the time they do it in like a really poor way, which isn't very fun to watch. And it kind of just feels like they're biding their time until they can actually get the character on screen in the way that people want. Also, I was right, by the way. There is a period where you use both Supercharger and Super Flame. Can't believe I was actually right on that. But hey, we're almost done. We have one more level to go. Well, for this stream anyway. For next stream, we've got the entirety of Nasty Nork and the flight levels, and then we should have 100% of this. For now, we gotta go into Jacques. But how do we get to Jacques? Don't know why I did that. That was kind of pointless. We're not even going for that thing that he puts down. Listen, I just wanted to get some violence in, you know? Spyro demands bloodshed, and bloodshed shall be taken. I hope we can get there before he shoots them. Yes, we did. Okay. We actually managed to go straight through them. Wait, where is Jacques? Jacques? He's not here. He's on the other side. Damn. He's over here. I vaguely remember this being the, like, most boring boss level. Not sure, though. I guess we'll see. I literally completely forgot that a roll button even existed. I just remembered it right now, and I only use it during the loading screens. I feel like I maybe want to go on a Disney movie binge. This art style is really reminding me of some old Disney movies, like primarily Shrek, to be honest. But at the same time, like, kind of fuck Disney. I also can be asked. I don't really watch stuff by myself. If I'm ever watching something, I'm usually watching something with someone else. It's quite rare that I actually watch something just by myself. The last time I properly did it was either Agretsuko Season 1 or Kill la Kill at the end of near the end of 2018. Man, really, did I really watch Kill la Kill or sorry, not Kill la Kill that's the game. Did I really watch Kill la Kill at the end of, or late 2018? Because it really doesn't feel that long ago. That's 2 years ago. And hell. What's happening, dude? The time going by. Can't believe that. Wow. The time makes sense. I probably stated before in one of my other streams, probably something like Animal Crossing. But I really hate time having no weight. If you know what I mean? Like, I really don't like it how time just has no meaning. No draw, no physical feel to it. Time being weightless is just something that kind of really annoys me. Because I would like time to mean something to me. It's a very odd, like, statement to make, like, wanting to feel the burden of time. But I think it honestly, like, wanting to feel that really beats the lack of that feeling. Where everything just comes and it goes, and once it's gone, it doesn't mean anything. You could argue time does have meaning. And you say, like, oh yeah, but time has meaning in these, like, specific situations, you know. And I mean, just to be more specific, I am also meaning after the fact, after it's already happened. How do we do this one? What dude activates this? I think it's this dude over here. Yeah. But you could argue time does have meaning. In some situations. Even after the fact, after it's already done. But I don't know, I just don't feel it. I never ever feel it. The example I always use, and you've probably heard it before if I have talked about this. Unica.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Take care.
But the example I always use is when me and my previous housemate, Holly, we went to our local theater to watch a movie and we ended up missing the bus back home. So we missed our initial bus, the one we intended to go on to get home earlier. And the next bus was over 2 hours away. It wasn't going to arrive until 2 hours later. So we had to sit inside the bus station for a whole 2 hours doing pretty much nothing. I don't think we had a phone at the time, or I didn't have a phone. I think we maybe had a Nintendo Switch, maybe. But I remember kind of like sitting there feeling so fucking bored and just, you know, like the typical boredness you would feel of having to wait for a really long time, not being able to do much else to distract yourself. I just remember feeling so bored, and when the bus finally came and we got on it and we were on our way home, it suddenly clicked with me that suddenly those 2 hours I had spent sitting there waiting for the bus meant literally nothing anymore. Like it was all gone. It was in the past. It didn't really mean anything. I wasn't mad about that time anymore. I wasn't sad about the time, you know, it didn't really have an effect on me at all. And that's the angle that really kind of annoyed me. Or I guess the situation that really annoyed me. Probably annoyed me the most. And ever since then, I've been very conscious of the time I spend doing things. You know, I've been very conscious of the time that I guess, quote-unquote, waste, but it's not really wasting. The time that I use, I guess, is the more appropriate way of saying it. And I've been more aware of how little it means. I'm sure everyone maybe has a situation like that, where they felt that before, and they kind of realized they felt that at some point. I think we gotta just shoot both these dudes. No, just him? How do we get up there? Really? Maybe it's both of these? Okay, we can just jump up normally. It's a bit of a sketchy jump, but it does work. So I do kind of wish that time just had some weight to it, some sense of feel. Like, I wish I could still feel that slight annoyance, maybe, of the time I spent just waiting for a bus for 2 hours.
Any advice before this battle?
Advice? A wise dragon once told me aim high in life, but watch out for flying boxes.
Huh?
Trying to think on what to say. If I want to reiterate a bit more on that or expand on it. I don't think there's anything else I really want to say about it. I think I said my piece pretty well. I'd be curious to hear what anyone else thought, honestly. If anyone else shared like the same feelings. And or if like someone didn't. I would be interested to hear if someone like had no care about time. Or didn't experience any of that when they're just like, no, not really, just shit happens. I can imagine a lot of people feeling like that. Maybe there's some people who acknowledges the fact that time passed, but they don't actually want it to have any weight. You know? Alright, where's the end? The end. I think it's through here. No, it's not. It's, where? Yeah, no, it is over here, right? No, it's... Oh, okay. I remember now. Yeah, it's right here.
Well done, Spyro. Nasty, are you ready to go?
Let's go, boys. A 1,000 to go. It's Waddicker. Indeed it is. And we're already on the final worlds. Fog. I suppose we'll 100% it. No reason not to, since we're here anyway. I would like to stay here, thank you. I just want that red gem. I don't think, yeah, we can't 100% it yet anyway, because there's gems inside the mouths. Delbin.
Hey, didn't I already free you?
You're in Nasty's world now, Spyro. And you are the dragon that must defeat him.
Bring him on. I'm ready.
Reach the exit in each of Nasty's lands. Then you can challenge the Nork himself.
Understandable. So there's 4 levels here. No, there's only 3, and then there's like the bonus end level. Also, were they wanting to like imply some bigger plot going on with that? With him already being freed, and then Spyro actually genuinely ask him, saying, "Hey, didn't I already free you?" I want to see what was behind there, by the way. Maybe they were intending a bigger plot. But oh well. That's us for now. I mean, we'll get to finish it some other time. All we have left is to do those last worlds, or that last world, Nasty Nork, and then the flight levels, and then we'll have 100%ed Spyro 1. Then we can move into Spyro 2. So again, as a small reminder, I will be on Mr. King's stream tonight in about an hour and a half or 2 hours or so. I'll probably be hosting him for it, where I'll be co-commenting with him and Muras, talking about World and HCVR, if you were interested. But if not, then oh well. I shall see you later, hopefully. Thanks for watching.